I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. I would like to welcome to the podcast Archangel Cassiel. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself for everybody.
Yes, I'm Cassiel Aurelius, an Archangel librarian. I'm a VTuber from Mexico. But I mainly just stream in English. I mainly like to chat about books. I love reading.
What type
I
of
love
books?
playing. Oh, I'm sorry?
What type of books?
Actually, like a little bit of everything.
Yeah?
I mostly pick books if they sound interesting. So I read nonfiction, fantasy, romance, true crime.
Fantasy, romance, true crime, romance, fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy, science fiction. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've concentrated on reading a lot, but I used to read quite a bit. But I would get so curled up in a book I wouldn't do anything else.
Yeah. Sometimes I do struggle a bit to read because of my ADHD, but it's really nice when you get like hooked on a book.
Oh yeah,
you just want to continue.
Yeah, you really get lost in it. You really get lost in it. What else do you enjoy?
I enjoy playing a lot of indie games. Especially like horror or cozy games. So that's mostly what I do while I stream.
Yeah.
I also really like visual novels because also has to do with reading.
Right. Do you like the visual novels that can give you multiple endings, or the ones that kind of funnel you to one ending all the time?
I think multiple endings, because it's really nice to see like what happens depending of the path that you choose.
Yeah. I would go for that too. It's just it's nice knowing that your decisions meant something along the way.
Yeah. Although it is kind of like a hassle trying to figure out how to get the other endings and going back and stuff.
But yeah, you become a completionist. You like that 1 in 1 million ending you have to find somehow.
Exactly.
I would solve that by just cheating.
True. If I get too stuck, I'm gonna look for a guy right now.
That's right. Since I'm not streaming the game, nobody's watching. My wife doesn't care. I'm just gonna do it. So what brought you to reading so early on?
I guess because I've always been like very introverted. So reading was like a way for me to like pass the time when I didn't have anyone to like talk to, you know.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed like losing myself in like these different stories and worlds. And it really, really helped me at a time when I was like struggling a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
So now, I'm sorry.
No, I tell you that there's always that time period. I don't think every kid goes through it eventually when they don't know where they are or who they are quite yet.
Yeah, it's really nice when you find like a book that like speaks to you
yes.
at a time when you really need it.
Absolutely. Well, that's wonderful. I wish we could have you talk to all the kids out there. And I'm calling you a kid because you're younger than me, which is everybody is younger than me. But to all the students out there who kind of just go for the crib notes version of books these days.
Yeah.
And do you? So I gotta ask: are you reading the physical copies of the book, or are you using a Kindle?
I like doing both. I much prefer physical versions. I do collect a bunch of books. I have a lot of books in my library, in my personal library.
That's wonderful.
But yeah, like I feel like at first I was like kind of not really into ebooks, but once I got a Kindle, it does help a lot, especially when you're traveling or when you're going different places.
Yeah. If you're
So
talking,
especially,
if you're
I'm sorry.
if you're talking to somebody you don't really want to talk to.
Yeah, just take out the Kindle.
That's right. No, you just go ahead. I'll listen.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Yeah. My mother was big into the Kindle. She took it to read till she went to sleep
Mhm.
every night. She really enjoyed that sort of thing.
Yeah, it
And
really helps also to go to sleep, like reading with the Kindle. So you be because of the light that it has.
yeah, yeah,
It does help
yeah,
to read before sleep.
yeah. And unfortunately, up to the point she passed on, she
Mm-hmm.
had to raise the type so much it was only like one letter at a time on the screen.
Oh.
R.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, honestly, my eyesight is also pretty bad, so I'm also having to like make it bigger than
oh
usual.
yeah, yeah. I'm at the point now where I can't. I have reading glasses and regular
Mhm.
bifocals, but I can't wear
Mhm.
my reading glasses for anything but reading. And
Mhm.
if should I mess it up and try driving with them, it is bad for everyone.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
Was that a car or an elephant? I don't know. um, so, what got you involved in content creation and streaming?
Mm, Mostly because since I've been really into books, I started watching a lot of booktubers
Hmm.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was before TikTok,
Right.
so it was like all the book content creators were on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always loved, watching them talking about books because I don't really have anyone to talk about books in real life much.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
so,
suffered.
so it was always nice.
It's really tough to find these days. Really.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
sadly.
Yeah. So you were
And
able to find it online, though.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
so that's what I really enjoyed, like watching them talk about books and all the different new books that they learn that makes me want to read too, and it really made me want to do that myself.
mm,
To also find like people who like reading and are excited about all the different books that I talk about or want to check them out and stuff.
that's cool. Now,
Mhm.
when you were watching these folks, were they more? Were they doing book reviews? Did they kind of introduce the book to you? Were they critical of the books? Sometimes that might, if I was watching, say, a certain critic, and they
Mhm.
said this book was bad, I might miss out on something I enjoy.
Mm.
Yeah. So what types of folks were you watching?
Well, there were like there's two booktubers specifically that I really really look up to, and I feel like they did like a bunch of different types of videos.
Hmm.
Like either they did like reviews
Hmm.
or criticizing like a specific video, like a specific book,
Hmm.
um or they just like talk about all their faves or recommendations,
Hmm.
or like making a list of books they look forward to
Yeah.
and stuff. Hmm.
Have you ever seen a book from one of those folks and like and suddenly it's like, yeah, I gotta try it, and then you get it and like, I can't read this. It's terrible.
Yeah, sometimes, because obviously not everyone has like the same taste.
Yeah.
So sometimes I would be like, "Oh, I want to check this out." And I'm like, "Actually, I don't
Yeah,
like this."
I don't think so. I don't think so. For me, it'd be not enough pictures. No, actually, I would read a lot of books. I would get to the point where I would read these books with very small print, which is probably why I can't see now.
Ooh.
But I would like bring them to work with me and read.
I do that sometimes too, still.
Like, yeah, they'd like, yeah, you really enjoy that book? Yeah. You enjoy getting paid more?
True.
No. But it really can. It's a wonderful way to get that imagination going, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah. I would imagine if somebody was a um, very much a introverted person, um,
Hmm.
you just use the power of the book to open up a whole bunch of worlds to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever decide to try and do your own writing?
Um, I used to when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I used to write like poetry
Oh,
or
cool.
like little snippets of like stories that I had in mind, but I haven't much since then.
Mm. Too busy
I do
reading to
wish
be
to
right.
someday.
Well, it's everybody's got something bouncing in their head, a story idea or something. I've had some bouncing around in my head for years, and the other day when my internet didn't work, I decided to start on one of the stories, and I got a couple thousand words in, and I haven't been there since. I know I was supposed to go, but it's the doing part, and also showing people once you do it. You have to be confident enough in what you put down. Was that something that plagued you a little bit? Was you write it down, but then you didn't want to show anybody once you did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That's I think that's underrated as a mountain to climb, because that's very personal, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some people won't even tell people what kind of books they read. It's that personal. Yeah. But you have no problem because you've got everything from the phone book to Dr. Seuss up there. So
yeah.
So when you got a little older, did your taste change in books, or has it remained pretty much the same?
I feel like it has changed a bit. I used to enjoy more like in the young adult type of books. Now I'm definitely like grown out of it because I'm not a young adult anymore.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that it takes up a big portion of the bookstore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever? I mean, I'm talking to a person who has a collection of books, so I think I know the answer to this one. Have you ever gotten rid of a book once you bought it?
Yeah, I've sold plenty of books that I just didn't like, or I'm just not interested in wanting to read anymore, because maybe at the time many years ago I did, and then never go around to it, and now my taste has changed.
Yeah, but the ones you really liked, you still have.
Yeah.
Can't blame you there. That's how often do you go back and revisit some of these books?
Well, actually, one that I'm kind of revisiting on stream is Frankenstein.
Ah, the original, yeah.
Yeah. Because the first time I read it, I was like 13.
Yeah.
And it had been one of my favorite books since then.
Yes.
And so I've been wanting to like read it again, because at the time I read it in Spanish because I didn't know English.
Right.
And also there's like a different version of the book. There's the first version, and then the most common one is like the edited version that came out a few years later.
Right.
So I wanted to read the original version, and that's the one I've been reading on stream.
Okay, so without spoiling, is there a big difference between the two?
There is some differences for sure. There is some differences in the way the author kind of portrays the main character, Victor. Also some differences a little bit on the backstory of some of the characters.
Okay. Yeah. Adds a little more color to it as it goes. A little more flavor.
I'm sorry?
Adds a little more flavor to the characters, maybe.
Yeah. I feel like it feels more gothic than the current one because of the stuff that she kind of changed.
You hear goth music playing in the background rather than.
I mean, I do like goth music.
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah.
I was in the original goth phase back in the 1700s. But it really that sort of thing. So when you're reading a book, do you have music playing in the background, or do you just read it straight up?
Oh, you mean on stream?
When you're reading it, just in general.
Oh, in general. Yeah, I usually like having some like instrumental music, so I don't get too distracted, or music like in different languages, like Japanese or Russian or stuff.
Do you know those languages at all?
No. I just like listening to them.
Yeah, I don't really know very much. I know very little bit of Spanish from growing up watching Sesame Street as a kid.
Sesame
Yeah, I
Street.
can almost count to 20, and I can tell you where the doors are. That's about it. But I really kicked myself because I wish I would have learned when I was younger.
Mm.
Um,
Well, it's never to learn.
yeah,
Too late, I mean.
yeah, I'm too old.
Aw.
I think it's a little late. I can't hardly remember the English that I learned at this point. Um, I ever had trouble with all sorts of. I tried to learn Morse code and I couldn't do that. It was
Aw.
too tough. I'm too stuck in my ways for that sort of thing. Um, so when you got into content creation,
Mhm.
was it streaming first, or did you do some recorded things, or did you jump right into streaming?
Um, I used to do art.
Mm-hmm.
I was more like I technically I'm an artist. I just haven't really drawn in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I used to be more like posting art, sell art, and go to like conventions to sell my stuff.
Ooh.
Uh, but now, but yeah, I found out about VTubing. I thought, and I really liked the idea.
Yeah.
Um, and that's when I started like streaming. I used to stream a bit of art back in before I knew about VTubing, and then I did like at the beginning I used to stream also some art.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, now I'm mostly just like games or
Yeah, or books.
yeah.
So, what was the interest in art developed right along with your interest in books?
Yeah, I've always since I was very like young, I've always been drawing.
Uh, yeah, and did you teach yourself as you went, or did you take classes?
Yeah, I mostly taught myself.
Yeah, yeah. I, I don't look down on anybody who took classes, but to me, to teach yourself, I and I have no talent in it whatsoever. Um, it seems like it's more genuine when it's directly from yourself that way.
Hmm.
You don't have the influences of somebody telling you that you're wrong,
True.
which is so silly when it comes to art, I think. What type of art did
Hmm.
you like to draw?
Um, well, basically like anime style.
Mm,
Like I
yeah,
will draw a lot of fan art or draw my own characters.
yeah.
Yeah, my VTuber design, I basically my first when I started VTubing, I used a PNG model that I drew myself.
Ah, cool.
Hmm.
That's neat.
And yeah.
Yeah, and to see yourself as your own work going on screen,
Yeah.
that's kind of that would be a pretty cool moment. Then I'd start being like, yeah, but it's looking at me and I'm looking at it. The horror games start. Um, so with you haven't been doing art in a while, though. You say,
Yeah.
yeah, just haven't had time.
Yeah, I've been struggling for many years with like periods of art block
Mm,
and stuff. So I don't draw as much as I used to,
mm,
but I still like to doodle sometimes.
yeah, yeah. I don't think people really lose that once they start. You take breaks from it and come back and
Hmm.
each when you were doing commissions though at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that kind of take it out of you for a little bit? That when it kind of became a job?
Mm, not really, because the commissions weren't really like super consistent.
Mm,
It will be like once in a while that I will get commissions.
yeah.
But I do feel like maybe the artist convention, like the artist alley thing in conventions, maybe they burn me out of it because I
Mm,
will have to draw a lot of stuff for merchandise.
yeah.
And that was really stressful. So I might have been like part of it.
It's always interesting for me to talk to folks who are artists because they come from so many different directions.
Hmm.
And I was in radio for a long time, so I'm like promo, promo, promo. That's all we did in radio was promote ourselves. Um, oh, for crying out loud, some of the stations in Mexico really know how to promote themselves.
Mm,
I,
yeah.
I listen to them every once in a while up here. They get to Central Illinois, and those announcer voices are amazing, and you know exactly what they're talking about. Even if you don't know the language, you know what they're talking about by the time it's over. Um,
Yeah.
the and it's tough sometimes for people who are artistic to promote themselves and look for bigger audiences. Did you ever find that to be the case for yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I hear a little bit of shy there.
Yeah, it's because you do need to like find ways to promote, especially if you're doing commissions.
Yeah.
Or you're selling like merchandise. Like you have to learn to try to promote it, and not especially with how all the social media are.
Yeah.
I guess it gets a lot harder.
Right.
Every
Yeah.
day to try to do that. Yeah.
Well, especially with people just stealing art straight up,
Oh yeah, that's true.
and inanimate objects stealing art straight up. With that's spelled AI, doing that sort
Yeah.
of thing. It did. Was it frustrating for you to see that start up when you were doing it?
What do you mean, the AI?
That people were just outright stealing art and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it is very frustrating that people are just, instead of trying to, learn or using like their own creativity, they're just going the lazy way and using AI and stealing from artists.
Well, you
that
obviously
does affect us.
well, you obviously have always been creative. I mean, you not only have you been creative in art, but I think that your love of books also relates to that because you're feeding your curiosity and creativity that way. Do you think that having that background has helped you as a VTuber?
Definitely.
Yeah, and to plan out things and kind of think on the fly because sooner or later you're going to have to come up with something.
Yeah.
Something unplanned is going to happen. They call it scuff. I call it Tuesday. That's how it works. But have you ever gotten to the point where it's just too many things have happened, or have you been able to sail through and keep your wits about you?
Yeah. Sometimes when there's like real life getting in the way of trying to doing all the things you want to do when it comes to like content creation or streaming, but I did sometimes kind of considered maybe not streaming anymore, but I'm really glad that I decided to stay because I really love streaming and I love my community and all the people that I've been able to meet through VTubing.
Isn't it something that be able to have that community in the first place?
I'm sorry?
It's kind of something that amazing that those communities happen in the first place. That people are coming just because you're on. I mean, when you were doing it with art and the other things too, and you noticed people coming back, what feelings were going through you when that happened?
Well, definitely will make me really happy to have like seeing the same people like wanting to come, wanting to chat, or liking what I'm drawing, or also like making them want to be creative and be like drawing with me as well. But like they would just tell me and chat like, "Oh, I'm also drawing. I'm also doing this other thing."
I'm tracing your stuff while we're
No. Luckily, that hasn't happened.
Well, you wouldn't have to worry about me because I couldn't even do that. I'm that bad. My wife is really good. She likes to dabble in all sorts of different artwork, and I tell the tale of coming home one day and she decided to do oil painting.
Oh.
Yeah, and there were like 11 copies of the same painting in the living room, just slightly different from each other.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, well, you can't erase that.
Yeah.
You have to. There's no undo button for oil paint.
I wish, because I never got to learn traditional art because of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some people think they miss out because of that, and I just think it's a different. I mean, I can't, somebody who does clay work and somebody who does paint work or watercolors. I'm not going to put one over the other. That's for sure.
True.
Everybody's got more art talent than I do. I'll tell you that. That's an easy one. With your style now, and you've been doing it for a little bit. How long did it take you to be comfortable with being behind the microphone?
Definitely, I feel like around the first year. Of my first year of streaming, because I will definitely be like super nervous and not really knowing what I was supposed to like talk about or have to interact with new people. Because I'm very introverted, so I wasn't used to that.
Just say hi and start playing the game.
But yeah, eventually, like I guess after once you do it like so many times, you finally like feel more comfortable, and yeah, you just get the hang of it.
Yeah, has that helped you be less introverted in real life?
I feel like it has, because now I can try to like talk to someone new and feel like know that how to start a conversation or try to keep the conversation going, or share stuff, because before I will definitely just like, I don't know, like freeze or just stay quiet.
now you can walk up to them and just scream, "I'm a VTuber," and then they'll be and people will talk about something, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The interaction with other VTubers, has that happened for you, and has that been easy for you to do?
Yeah, I think so. Usually, well, like I'm still a bit shy to like approach people first, but I do try to interact at least on Twitter as much as I can, or on Discord servers.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, I've been able to make a few friends that I like to call up with regularly, and it's really nice.
Yeah, there's a couple of adverts for that on the thing people need to check out. Pretty funny moments up there. So, have you done any streams completely in Spanish?
No, I haven't actually.
Do you think
I do want to sometime?
Yeah. Do you think that we're kind of missing the boat? Because there doesn't. I would think I've talked to a lot of folks who come from Central Mid America, and Mexico and that type, who speak Spanish as the main language, and it seems like there would be a good community for that. Am I missing something?
I guess I just like got more used to English because I did grow up like in the US for a bit. And then online is like I'm mostly just being on English communities that speak English.
Right.
So that's why it's been like a little bit for me like hard trying to get into the Spanish side of like VTubers.
Right.
But I will definitely like want to try to make like some content in Spanish and try to meet more people that speak Spanish, or that are in like Latin America and stuff.
Yeah, are there very many Mexican VTubers?
I'm sorry?
Are there very many Mexican VTubers?
Well, I've definitely seen a lot, like from different parts of Latin America. There's definitely like also a big community of VTubers there.
Yeah, I've been able to talk to folks from all over the world, thankfully, and Argentina, Chile, Venezuela, I believe, and of course the Latin American countries, Middle American countries. I grew up in the 70s. We said Middle America for all that. And it's I'm just glad to see so much cooperation between people without worrying about borders so much.
Yeah.
Have you been able to find a lot of overseas audience?
Mm, yeah, I guess most of my community definitely comes from like the United States.
Yeah.
And some from Europe, and uh very few are like Latin American though.
Oh.
Yeah, but mostly my community mostly like speaks English.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
sometimes the just from where your time zone is, it messes things up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lucky with the central U.S. time zone that in the hours that I work at my, job that pays a bill or two, um,
Mm-hmm.
that I have off time where I can talk to folks in Asia and I can talk to folks in Europe on different times. Um,
Mm.
and I'm lucky enough to do that. But sometimes if you're looking for an audience and getting that around like a part-time job isn't very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been able to keep up a pretty normal schedule?
Yeah, pretty much. I've at first I did struggle like trying to know to be consistent and
Mhm.
try to know like what would be like a right schedule for me.
Mhm.
Um but now I pretty much like try to keep it consistent.
Mhm.
I always try to start my streams like a certain hour. Sometimes I do try to do it earlier so my people in my community who are from Europe that don't get to experience my streams until unless they stay up really late can actually like catch them sometimes. But yeah.
Yes, that is really it's really amazing to realize that you can walk into a room, pick up a microphone, and talk to somebody upside down from you on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people will come to from the other side of the planet to just watch what you're doing.
Yeah. That's a
With
nice thing about streaming.
yeah, your audience is nearly infinite as far as that goes,
Mhm.
potentially. But if 95% of the world, which is the folks probably who have a smartphone, tune in, it's probably going to break the internet.
Yeah.
A few satellites will be tumbling after after that one. Have you set up any goals for yourself as a VTuber?
Mm, I feel like I definitely want to make more book content. I feel like even though that was like my first thing at the beginning, I've been kind of neglecting it and just like normal like gaming just stuff.
Right.
Um, so I do want to try to get more into the book hunting thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, just I guess just like try to grow like other people,
Mm-hmm.
other VTubers who I look up to.
Yeah.
That would be really nice.
So, will you be wanting to do the book reading, or would you do a book club type thing?
Well, I do in a way kind of have like a book club,
Mm-hmm.
casual casual book club in my server that we do every 2 weeks.
That's cool.
So I do try to do that to help like motivate other people to read as well. But I say it's casual because it's not like, oh, you pick a book every month and we'll read it or something. It's more like just come if you want to read whatever you're reading, or if you like just hang out and co-work or something, that's fine too.
I was such a poor student in junior high up here. They had the English class,
Mm-hmm.
which is weird for a guy who went into radio. I didn't like English class.
Mm.
And of course I would be in the lower C range as far as but I wanted to get as much extra credit as possible. And there was a wall in the class of old paperback books that were donated. And if you did a book report on those, you got extra credit. And I'm trying to find these horrible old books and do reports on them without reading them, of course.
Yeah.
That's to skim through them real quick. But
Mm.
I was lucky enough to enjoy a lot of books when I was younger, especially. And
Mm.
to see that a young person like yourself is continuing to promote that is really good. It there's a lot of creativity there that people need to know about, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, and do you feel that you're um, Discord is a big part of your online presence?
I'm sorry.
How big is your Discord to what you're doing as a VTuber?
Yeah, I think so because a lot of like I said, we hang out like every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of usually a lot of the people there are the ones who like become regulars on my stream.
Mm-hmm.
I like to chat with my community whenever I can.
Yeah.
Sometimes we also do like community nights, like watching stuff together.
Yeah. There's
Seeing,
there's some folks who really use that as a supplement to their VTuber channel, and it really goes so well together. And
yeah.
it really seems like that helps build a community, a stronger community, anyway.
Yeah. Especially because, like I said, when it comes to social media right now, sometimes people miss whatever you're like posting.
Yeah.
So at least on Discord, like if people can be more up to date in your community of whatever you're like promoting or you're planning and stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes, unfortunately, they do read what you put up there.
Yeah.
Oops. That's one thing about the streaming is that you don't have a safety net when you go up there, and you got to be kind of careful of what you're saying. But I get the feeling talking to you that you don't have much of a problem with that.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I get the feeling in talking to you that you don't have to try and dance around something that you said that you didn't mean.
Okay.
Making mistakes that way. I think that I imagine you've got things pretty well in hand and got it together.
Yeah.
And just talking to you, that voice of yours is very, very welcoming.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really is. And the don't lose the accent, please.
People, yeah, a lot of people point out my accent.
Yeah, don't lose it. 'Cause by golly, we have I'm from the Midwest U.S. and we don't have anything. It's like talking to plain white bread. But it really does add to it. But that you sound very comfortable in talking with people now. Now, if you were an introvert before, that mean you never really got up on stage or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely I used to have like a lot of like stage fright. I feel like I'm still kind of do.
Yeah.
But at least with streaming, it definitely has help with that.
Yeah. Well, I can't blame you there. I was in radio for a long time, as people know, and talking to a lot of people on the radio is a lot different than standing in front of people and doing things.
Yeah.
And my legs would lock up and would not let me leave the stage. Yeah, I'm going to run, but I can't run. That sort of stuff. But once you're comfortable with your community and they're comfortable with you, that's pretty priceless, isn't it?
Yeah, I really appreciate like all the people in my community that always wanna come by and support me. Like really, I really feel like all these amazing people has kept me going as a VTuber.
Yeah. It's I call it the wind beneath your wings moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, oh yeah, okay, well there's a reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I want to keep going. What games are you currently playing online?
You mean on stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I started a new horror game. It's called Umigari.
Okay.
It's by an indie dev called Chila's Art.
Okay.
He's gonna well, I think it's a duo, but they're kind of known when it comes to like horror, indie horror. Also, I played an RPG Maker game. That's also an indie one.
Okay.
And last last week I finished a visual novel that I really, really loved. And also has different endings. Yes. I got all the endings, luckily.
Yes. It's still got one left. Still got a secret one left. You said before you really like the indie games quite a bit, and is that a conscious choice for you now? Do you look for the indie games first before the big corpo games?
Yeah, I always try my best to find like any indie games that are coming out, because I love supporting. I guess because of me as an artist, I also love supporting like indie authors when it comes to books, or indie games when it comes to devs.
Yeah.
Because you also get like a lot more, but I feel like variety that would you get from the mainstream games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really nice. Like really cool, all the different types of games you can find from the indie scene.
When I watch people playing indie games now, I get the feeling that these games didn't go through a check with the shareholders. They didn't have to run it by anybody to see if it was good for the business. That it's more heartfelt, and some of these games are so much better because of it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any games that are big corporation games that you will play?
Well, I guess like I've always really liked Nintendo games since I was little.
Yeah.
So like Pokemon games, I definitely really love those.
Yeah.
I like Mario games, Sonic games. So yeah. I don't play them on stream though, but I do play them like for myself.
Is there a game that's kind of your comfort game off stream? If you're by yourself, you just want to kick some time, and you'll turn a game on. What is there a certain game for you?
That's a good question. Because I honestly don't consider myself much of a gamer, because I don't play as much on my own as I do playing with on stream.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I struggle to finish stuff. It comes with the ADHD. Well, I used to really like Animal Crossing, for example. That definitely was like a very big comfort game for me.
Oh yeah.
I played all the old ones.
Right.
Right.
Stardew Valley was the one for me.
Oh, Stardew Valley.
Yeah. Yeah, my computer that has it is not working right now.
Oh no.
And I have like 40 save files. I just get done and then start over again, and then my wife just shakes her head. Another several hours? Yes, another several hours. With all your talent and all your creativity, it seems like, especially because of how you like these types of games, visual novels would be something you might have an idea or two about. And art style and the story and everything. You ever thought about putting one of those together?
Honestly, yeah. A long time ago.
Yeah.
Definitely when I was younger, I did wanted to make a visual novel someday. And I do follow like a lot of people devs that make visual novels. I also have a friend who makes like visual novels. So I am very definitely interested. I feel like I need to come up with something first. But I will definitely love to do that one day. Yeah,
I just get this idea that there's one brilliant idea in there for you, that you'd be able to come up with and put it together. Probably more than one, but I'll give you one. That you would be able to come up with, and it'd be a game that you enjoyed as well as everybody else as well. Would it have to be a game that you enjoyed playing, or would you be putting it together for somebody else?
I think like how I enjoy playing.
Yeah.
Something that I know like fits my own like tastes, or things that I like in a story.
Yeah.
Or with the characters that I like.
Yeah. Yeah. it would be kind of rough to put together something that you didn't have an interest in.
Yeah.
Like Barbie horse girl stuff when you're interested in horror games. Although you can combine the two, I'd like to see somebody do a parody and combine the two. Where it starts like, oh, everybody's finding the horse farm, and then everything goes really bad. So many different endings, so many Barbies all over the place. With this year going on, we're halfway through. Have you come up with any big plans for the rest of the year? Do you have any big upcoming events happening?
Events. Well, I guess just I do want to read more books on stream.
Yeah.
I've only done a few, but I do want to try to make it more like a regular thing. And
get back to art, maybe.
Yeah, but definitely I do want to go back to art.
Yeah.
I do want to go back to art. I want to go back to like maybe selling at conventions again.
Yeah.
And just I guess just like do the regular events that I do every year, which is like a Halloween and Christmas little events that I do.
So are those like horror game days?
Well, I do play horror regularly, but yeah. I do try to like find other stuff for Halloween. Well, what I do every year for Halloween is that I ask people in my community to send me like real horror stories. For me to read. So it's kind of like, I don't know if you ever watched this show. What's it called? You're Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that. Like I put like the fire like sound and the bonfire sound, and then I'm just reading all these submissions, and then I also look for some on Reddit and stuff of real stories, and yeah, it's really fun.
I mean, it's so obvious that you're enjoying yourself with it. I mean, you've got one of those voices you can hear you smile, which is amazing.
Thank you.
And it's really, are you surprised that you've enjoyed it this much at this point?
VTubing?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Because well, I keep mentioning ADHD, but
yeah,
when it comes to ADHD, also I had like a history of starting a lot of hobbies that I'm interested in, and then just dropping it like a couple months later.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So when I got interested in VTubing, I decided to like start with not spending a lot of money on it, because I wanted to first see if it was something that I was gonna continue doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I made my own PNG. I just bought like cheap assets and stuff. And yeah, surprisingly, I ended up enjoying it so much. I still do it regularly 3 years later.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is you got to keep enjoying yourself with it. And and you know, I imagine you'll be reading books your entire life, and that'll be something that you'll be interested in. And would you rather read a historical book or a fictional book?
I guess it depends on the topic. Because with historical, I'm interested in like different stuff. But if it's like, I don't know, a history that I find kind of boring, I prefer fictional.
Yeah, that's true. I used to be big into either political spy thriller types or Tom Clancy books, and post-apocalyptic science fiction stuff.
Oh, post-apocalyptic! I still really like those.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's that gives you chills. That gives me chills anyway.
Mm.
Like, oh no, the destruction of society.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the kind of anime that I would watch too, is the post-apocalyptic ones.
Mm.
That'd be too much fun for me. Do you watch anime at all?
Yeah, I love anime.
All right.
And read a lot of manga too.
Yeah. So which one is your favorite?
I just say one.
Well, I mean, couple. You can name a few.
Okay. Well, I definitely feel like my top 4 are like Nana, Princess Tutu,
Okay.
Madoka Magica,
Okay.
and Ranking of Kings.
That's kind of they're kind of different genres, aren't they?
Yeah.
You really are a variety reader and watcher, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's no pigeonholing you into anything. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, when I was able to watch a lot of it, it was almost all things like Ghost in the Shell or Cowboy Bebop, that type of stuff, which I enjoyed immensely. And not just
like sci-fi, right?
Oh yeah, that type of stuff. That was really good, and it wasn't really over the top with stuff. It was something that could be almost realistic things happening, which makes it a whole bunch more for me. Have you got any big plans for more collaborations coming up, or is it going to be the same group of folks you're collaborating with now?
I think for now, yeah, like the same people that I feel like comfortable with.
Yeah.
I do try to like collab with new people once in a while, but I guess I still feel a bit of anxiety sometimes.
Well, yeah. Yeah. There's good reason for that, you know. Yeah, you don't want to risk your folks on something that doesn't go well for reasons. Yeah, that would be really tough. And you kind of, when you get to a certain point, I imagine you kind of think of the chat as your people. You're going to protect your people.
Yeah, I cut my chat off my pollitos.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm like my little pollitos. I must protect them.
As long as they protect you every once in a while too. And not give you the wrong advice in playing the games or whatever, or try to backseat your art. You haven't had any backseat artists, have you?
Artists, no.
That would be so terrible.
Yeah.
If you ever see me on the stream and you're doing an art thing and you hear me say anything about art, just ignore it, because I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm probably just trolling you anyway. But I tell you, folks, you got to check out and see what Cassiel's got going on, because obviously a wonderfully talented person and creative, and so much fun to talk to, so easy to have a good conversation with. We'll have all of the links we've been able to find in the description for this interview, and really check out what Cassiel's got going on. Thank you so much for coming on. Such a pleasure.
Thank you so much, also, for inviting me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.